The Big Show with Night and Day. Anytime is a good time for a thick shake from Night and Day.
Welcome to the biggest show on earth.
Our biggest show.
The biggest.
This is big.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Wednesday afternoon, the 11th of September 2024, and you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Logie, you stallion. Did you just hiccup?
I think so, yeah. We both sound pissed.
I tell you what, I'm loving the tight black T-shirt. What's that pattern on there? It's pretty funky.
It's a maze, actually.
Oh, a maze.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It
you
looks
can do it later
amazing.
if you want. Another beautiful day here in the 09, fellas.
It is.
Happy to be alive, happy to be a part of it, and my God, probably the biggest show on earth
It is.
today here on Radio Hauraki. Hey?
Hey, Keyzie. You're looking really good, man.
Thanks, man.
Looking clean shaven. Loving the hairdo at the moment, but quite buffy.
It is buffy.
You got your cut denim jacket on there.
It is cut.
Pornamu. Looking good, man. Looking really well.
I've got my Ponamu on.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good today. It's a beautiful day, as we said. And it's, man, we work at Hauraki. How good's that?
Yeah.
How good is that, man?
Favourite station, man.
What a blessing, man.
It is. How you been, Jase? Because you came in a hooer of a mood today.
Did I?
Yeah, you came in a terrible mood.
Right.
And you were late.
I was 5 minutes late
Well,
today
it's 12.
for a meeting, and everyone was just freaking out.
Yeah.
Well, because it was a meeting about what are we going to do about Jase always being late.
Poor old Pugson, who's come back now after a little holiday there down in Taupo. No, sorry, I was going somewhere else with that, and I decided not to. He was in tears, Mogi.
He was.
Because I was late. He
Yeah.
was freaking out.
He was
Yeah.
like, is this because I went on holiday? You know, is this has the big show fallen
Fall
apart?
apart.
No, we're very much together, and I tell you what, big show here. We've got Laura McGoldrick coming in later on in the show, by the way, to talk about the new sensational show coming out, Game of Two Halves.
Oh, wow, that sounds great.
I had a really weird experience with a duck today.
Also, this is
yes.
interesting. Big Dave Grohl news, which a lot of people listening right now might be aware of because it's been all over our station, everywhere,
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
all
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Jace, you have no idea what the news is.
No.
How interesting is that? So we're going to react to, you can react to that live next.
So good, man. In the meantime, here's Chemical Brothers.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Metallica there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. The time is 13 minutes past 4 o'clock, and I believe there's some exciting news. Well,
This is breaking news.
it might not be exciting news. It might be terrible news because I don't know what the news is,
What do
Keyzie.
you think the news is, Jace? It's to do with Dave Grohl.
I don't know.
Have a stab. Have a fling.
He had a fling?
Oh,
Wow.
potentially.
Right, okay.
So what do you think the news is? Because you might have heard little bits and pieces.
He fathered a child?
He fathered a child outside of his marriage.
Is he married, is he?
Been married for 21 years.
21 years.
Let me just word that out. When was I seeing him?
Now, you were seeing him during your cheating days. That was,
Oh, yeah,
that was
it
about
was a while
25 years ago. Yeah.
So he's married and he cheated on his wife and he's...
He's fathered
a child.
a beautiful baby girl there, and the way he's...
Have you seen her?
No, but I assume
Could
she's
be
beautiful.
ugly.
Potentially. She looks like Dave Grohl then. Yeah, beautiful. He put it onto his own personal Instagram and just said, recently become the father of a new baby daughter born outside my marriage. I plan to be a loving and supportive parent to her. I love my wife, my kids.
Plans can change.
Do everything I can to earn their trust and forgiveness, blah, 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 as we move forward together. And then he deleted his social media, I believe, and has just gone zero dark on it. I just thought it was so interesting the way he announced it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel like if you cock up massively like that, it's kind of the best way to go about things, you know?
Is that how you do it? Is that how you do it?
Well, when I did it, I didn't do that, and I kind of wish I did.
Yeah.
And if I could go back and do it again,
Yeah.
which I'm trying to tee up at the moment, yeah, I think I'd probably control the narrative a bit.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because my kind of feeling is, what business is it of anyone else anyway?
100%. But
Well, you know that people are going to talk, though, Jace.
Media-
Well,
gonna-
yeah. I mean, if they find out about it, of course. But I wouldn't be inclined to go, I did this, everyone, and I stuffed up and blah, 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 blah. In that
How would you deal with it?
In that scenario,
Yeah.
I'd probably just pack up all my shit and just drive into the horizon.
Right, so not only would you leave your current wife and family,
You'd also
you would leave
leave
the new...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better. The way I see it is clean slate.
Sure, man.
Let's let bygones be bygones. I'll take my $500 million.
Yes.
And I'll just start again.
With the new...
No. Start again.
Just start
Start
fresh.
again.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm too old for, young kids like that.
Well,
Right.
that's my thinking too. You know what I mean? It'd be like,
Right,
oh,
so
here we
you
go.
guys
Get
would-
no sleep.
There'd be
It's better
pooey
for
nappies.
everybody if I just
You take all the money...
go to Europe,
Yeah.
somewhere nice. Spain.
Yeah, Spain would
Should
be
we go to
nice.
Spain?
Yeah, Portugal.
Yeah, Portugal would be good.
Look, as I've talked about previously, I'm not sleeping well at the moment. The last thing I need is a newborn in the house.
Exactly. And
know what
some
I'm
might
saying?
say I should have thought about that before I had a child out of
Oh,
wedlock.
some might say that.
But some people should mind their own business.
Yeah, totally,
I'm
man.
so confused.
Mind your beeswax.
Do you know what's interesting? Is November of last year, the Foo Fighters were on the Australia and New Zealand Antipodean tour.
Oh, yes.
November through to January.
Were they?
Yeah. So that is 9 months ago, they were in Auckland. 9 months exactly ago, they were in Auckland.
So is it an Anzac baby? Is that what you're saying?
It's Australian and New Zealand potentially.
Wow.
Yeah, no, in all seriousness, I mean, in that particular, I think you should own your mistakes for sure.
Yeah.
But in that particular scenario, I don't think I'd be inclined to go and take it to the public and go, this is what I've done.
Is bringing a new baby into the world a mistake, Jase?
Well,
a
no,
miracle of life?
I mean, in terms of going outside the marital kind of...
Confines. Yeah, thank you. And
Yeah.
can I just say, what text us through 3483 or hit us up there on the old talkbacks through your iHeartRadio app, this little speaker, little microphone. If this kid was born in New Zealand, what name? What name should we give it?
Yeah, good
a great
question.
Kiwi name.
Oh, Tamati Grohl.
And
It's a girl.
That's good. And in terms of respecting the sanctity of marriage, Mogi,
Yes.
eyes to the front, Keyzie.
No, don't. This is bizarre coincidence. Foo Fighters, my hero.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Smashing Pumpkins there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. The time is 25 minutes past 4 o'clock. Very strange thing happened to me today, fellas.
Was it a strange encounter?
Yes, I guess you could say it was. Strange encounters of the Hoity kind. Just another day in the life of Mogi.
Standy. Is your middle name Charles?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Why do you ask?
I don't know. Just wondered.
Charles.
Anyway.
Anyway. So I went to the dairy today,
Oh, yeah.
sadly, to get some more durries.
Oh, Jase.
Good on you, mate.
Thanks, man.
I'm over a week without them now.
That's good, man.
Too easy.
That's
Look
really
how
good.
look how good he's looking.
No, I'm brand new.
I'm glad I bought a pack then. And I just want to explain to people that where I live, the dairy is about 20 metres away.
What's the address, just so people can get an idea?
So the dairy's about 20 metres away
Oh, yeah.
from my house. So, like when I go to the dairy, I often don't close my front door, okay, just to set the scene here.
Sure.
So I go up to the dairy and buy my ciggies, have a little chat to Babu.
He sold it years ago, didn't he? Oh, was he?
Just going to chuck the racism alarm in there just in case.
That's his name, Keyzie.
No, I know, but he
Yeah.
did sell it ages ago.
Yeah, but he was in there because he often
buying
goes in
some
there to
durries.
talk
Oh,
to
he
the
was
guy.
back
yeah.
there, was he?
He goes in and talks to the guy that bought it off.
What's his name?
Pardon?
Also Babu.
Anyway, so I go to... Oh, actually, that deserves a siren there.
We don't want to get distracted. We're trying to support and extend your story, Jase.
Oh, sorry. So I walk home.
We're 2 minutes into this.
I walk home, and I kid you not, I walk into my lounge, and in my lounge there's a duck. And the duck is just standing in my lounge.
Sure.
Like a mallard.
It's a mallard, and it stares at me. And I stare back at the duck, and I'm going, why is there a duck in my lounge?
Are you saying that or are you thinking that?
I'm thinking that.
Yeah.
Next to the duck is a duck poo.
Wow,
You
where'd
know,
that
those
come
sort of
from?
greeny, slimy
Yeah, it's out the
bastards that they
cloaca.
do. That's,
Cloaca.
strangely enough, not the weird part of the story. Because also in the room was my dog, Roo, who was sitting perfectly, very erect and correctly in the other corner of the lounge, staring at said duck. Now, the reason this is highly unusual is that Rue loses her shit over the smallest thing. She'll go crazy, seeing a cat, anything like that, barks her ass off. She wasn't doing a thing. She was just literally sitting there staring at the duck, and I'm staring at the duck, and I can only think that she was so freaked out and thinking what's going on that she didn't know how to react to it.
Yeah.
So, of course, here I am with a duck and my dog in the lounge, and I'm thinking, I got to get this duck out of here. And so I start.
How many times have you thought that?
There's something funny about a duck as well.
It's not the first time it's happened, by the way. And so I start to corral the duck. Now, the duck starts panicking and loses it and starts flapping around my lounge. And because I've startled it, obviously, a stream of poos while it's flapping around is being sprayed around my lounge.
A dollop?
My dog, seeing that the duck is freaking out, then starts clicking into action, and she starts freaking out, barking her ass off. Barking, going at the duck. There's poos everywhere. I'm effing and jeffing. I am absolutely effing and jeffing. Get to the French doors. Manage to open the French doors in my lounge. The duck sees the door, flies out, and flies straight into the roof of my little deck there, which is plastic.
Yeah.
Goes deboosh into the thing, and then it makes a weird sound, and then flies off. And my dog Rue barks her ass off, and then sprints off out the front door, down the yard, barking her ass off.
Yeah.
And old Hoodie Jase left in his lounge amidst a stream and a cacophony of duck poos.
It's lucky you have those ciggies, to de-stress.
That's the first thing I did, was go outside and have a
Treat
cigarette.
yourself to a duck. The
Yeah.
last thing you would have done is clean up that shit,
Yeah.
because the trick is now to act like you haven't seen it and get your wife to clean it up.
Unfortunately, she wasn't home for at least another 8 hours.
Well, you went, yeah.
So it's still
Yeah.
there.
I guess, have you ever heard the phrase, man, when people talk about living in their house, and they go, it's a madhouse. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. I will say that this isn't the first time
There's
this
a
has
duck
happened.
in your lounge,
Yes.
Doing poos.
just wanders in.
Yes, literally
and
wandered
thinks,
in.
I've seen the guy that lives here.
Well, to be
I
fair-
could care less about his opinion. Takes a dump in your lounge on the carpet
Yes.
while dead-eyeing you and your dog. And then when you try and get it out, then it just sprays shit all over your house.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
quickly, before we wrap up, just quickly.
Oh, what's this one for?
You said French doors. That's racist.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Blink 182 there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this glorious. I'm not going to say spring afternoon because it's not quite spring, but it's a beautiful day in Auckland City.
When does spring start again?
21st, I think.
Of
Right.
December.
21st of September is when you
December.
think spring begins.
No, it actually officially starts on the 21st.
Officially?
Yes.
Right, okay.
But let's have a bit of sports chat. Why not?
Sports chat. Sports chat. Sports chat.
Sports.
Doosh.
Chat. Hey, man. Good news. The All Whites have been going around the joint playing a little bit of foosball. They lost to Mexico at the weekend 3-0.
Mexico.
No. No,
Jeez,
Mexico.
man, come on, brother.
But they were 1-0 down with 2 minutes to go on the clock. And in the 88th minute, we got an equaliser.
Yeah.
And that's against the 16th ranked team in the world.
Yes.
Pretty bloody good. Kiwis, I know you're asking this, Keyzie.
Yeah.
94th in the world.
Oh.
And it was a hell of a goal. And so I don't, be very familiar with how the All Whites play, and that is you get the ball at your end, the goalkeeper rolls it out to you, you belt the shizer out of it straight up the middle of the pitch.
Yes.
You hope that one of your players is on the end of it, and then maybe you get a chance to pull in the back of the net. That's sort of how we do it.
Generally
That's how
speaking,
game
We're
that's
not
our game
putting
plan.
together 50 or 60 passes or anything
No.
like that. And it was beautiful, man. Hoofed it up the field. Their old mate got it. A defender came across to clear the ball. kicked the hell out of it, got to it first, but luckily one of the all-whites had his shin in the way. It bounced off his shin, went over the goalkeeper and straight into the back of that beautiful goal.
Wait, so it was
one of
quality.
the best goals you'll ever see in your life. You take them when you can get them, Keyzie, and that's the thing, man. You play to the whistle. Always play to the whistle.
Ben Wayne.
Very much
Scored it.
the New Zealand style of football, actually, is pack your backs, have about 10 players back, as you say, have one lone player up the front there, hoof the crap out of it when you get the chance, and just hope and pray that it lands somewhere near the person
That's
at the
how
front.
we did so well in the World Cup a couple of rounds ago. In other news, the Test match,
Debacle.
Black Caps versus Afghanistan, plows on. Day 3 has been rained off. So I don't know if we're going to see a result in this one. They're playing on a pitch in India there. I think it's their 300th international venue that they've got going, which is pretty good. But it doesn't. It's not a sand-based outfield, and so the drainage is horrendous. It's an absolute disgrace and debacle. Nobody should be playing there.
You said
and nobody is.
Day 3's been rained off, but today's day 2.
No, today's day 3.
It is day 3,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
and
yeah.
I saw a photo of a guy with a household fan,
Yes.
an oscillating fan with it on an extension lead, and he was walking around trying to dry the ground with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's complete
Is that
debacle,
real?
and they've been digging it up as they go along
They've
as
been
well.
putting dirt on it, all sorts of things.
They need to get some handy towels, maybe, and just get a whole lot of handy towels.
Yeah.
And just lay them out on the ground and
Yes.
maybe just sort of walk around in them and soak it up a bit that way. But it is an embarrassment and a ridiculous start to our cricket season. Let's hope it's not a harbinger of things to come.
Well, I think we move on from here and we're off to Sri Lanka.
Yes.
So we'll see how we go over there. Hopefully weather's a bit better over there, Keyzie.
Beautiful. Place
Sri
to
Lanka,
play.
I think they just beat England in the third test.
They pumped them.
And not a easy side in their home condition, I'll say that much. So it should be interesting to watch.
Is the BYC podcast coming back?
It is next Wednesday.
Sweet, I'll be
So we can talk about
straight in there.
the non-event draw debacle that just happened.
Oh, do you guys talk cricket on that podcast?
Keyzie.
What? This is a tune. Florence and the Machine.
Oh,
Jase?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yeah. Sublime there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show. Jeez, I love Sublime.
they're good, eh, man?
So good. They're right up my alley.
Charles loves it.
Hey, now listen, a lot going on after 5 o'clock. We've got Laura McGoldrick coming in to talk about the new show, Game of Two Halves.
That's right. Also,
No, see, I think it's the ACC Presents.
Oh, is it the ACC Presents, right?
no, the ACC does Game of Two Halves.
Right.
Apparently, I wouldn't know. I'm not a major part of it or anything. Also, it says here, Mogi's got a Ball update.
I do.
Right, okay.
Yep.
I love hearing
That
about
should
your balls.
wet your whistle.
Yeah, certainly wets mine. All that after 5 o'clock, so don't you go anywhere, New Zealand.
Also, keep an ear out for the 25k fiddler. It's your last week to try and win
Yeah.
some cash.
True
right?
that,
If
true
you
that.
hear a
Have we,
song,
have we got it in our show today, Keyzie?
yeah, I think so. Like I'd tell you, Mike. Come on, it's a big surprise for everyone, mate. If you hear a song with some fiddle in it, call 0800 Hauraki. You can win some cash.
Yeah, man.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike, and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope you're getting through your hump day tickety boo. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. That was a weird one, wasn't it?
Why was that, Jase?
It was just, I don't know, there was I set the wrong level, I think.
But
and
also,
then you
Mike
guys,
came in way too early.
Yeah,
Oh, Keyzie's always pointing the finger, isn't he?
yeah.
No, I don't think that's correct.
Hey, speaking of Night Day, Keyzie, what are the specials at the moment?
Oh, nice.
They've actually stopped doing the specials.
Oh, you're
Have they
joking.
really?
Yeah, because they were selling too many.
Too many
It
specials.
turns out putting like 10 different items that always on for $12.99 actually is a bad business model.
Ah,
Funny you should say that. I went into a Night and Day the other day and they recognised me from the Big Show and they said, "You bastards,
You backbone."
your specials, it means I'm working twice as hard as I normally have to work."
Oh.
Because apparently they're just pouring out the door.
Yeah.
And, you know, they have to put them all together and stuff.
Yeah.
it's not as easy as it looks, Keyzie.
No, it's
Well,
not.
especially when you got to factor in like with the Pugsan special with all the connies and stuff like that.
Well, that was the main one.
Yeah, that was the one that was really busting their asses, Mogi.
When you got home from night and day, was there a duck in your lounge doing poos?
No, there wasn't on this particular occasion, but I look forward to it over the summer. Now, listen, coming up, exciting news, Keyzie. I've got another role for you, another audition for a role.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
oh God, right. And it's a good role.
It's all beginning. It's
a good
to,
role.
Yeah, it's a good role, man.
Okay.
It's all beginning to happen, isn't it, Mogi?
It's going off.
I don't know if it is.
It's exciting times, man.
Also, after 5:30, Laura McGoldrick in to chat the fantastic new show, the ACC does Game of Two Halves. Man, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, same here, man. Here's AC/DC.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Tune! Bit of royal blood for a Wednesday afternoon. Why not, fellas?
Yeah, man.
I reckon, man.
Hey, the time is 13 minutes past 5 o'clock and all is well. Well, at least in the studio it is anyway.
All's well.
I can't speak for everyone out there, obviously. Now, as previously mentioned, I've got some exciting news on the work front for you, Keyzie, as your agent.
Right. Well, sorry. That's great news. I'm just like, none of these things you're getting me. You've got me so many opportunities. None's really come through properly. You know what I mean?
Don't blame me for your performances, man.
Well, okay. Well, okay.
I mean, that's the... I cannot believe you're trying to throw this onto me.
You'll often find that actors will blame their agents for the
Totally,
lack of success
mate.
in their career.
Here I am busting my ass day after day, having sleepless nights, worrying about getting Keyzie started in his career.
Is your terrible sleep my fault?
And he has the audacity to throw that in my face and suggest that, it's my fault.
Well, no, that's not. Okay, all right, sorry. I apologise. I really appreciate you hustling on my behalf, Jase.
Thank you.
Now
What's
listen,
the role? Because I want to become an actor. For those listening that aren't aware, I want to start acting.
Yeah, well, we got to start off with the basics. Now, I've been approached by the New Zealand police.
Right.
And they're looking for
Are they
people.
doing a new ad campaign?
No.
Ghost chips and that.
Oh, yeah. I'd do that.
But no, that's not what they're after. They're actually looking for people out there to help them out with their police lineups. So when there's a situation where they've got a witness who's witnessed something, they generally have a police lineup.
Of 5 people.
Of 5
Okay.
guys, for example, they all line up and they say to the witness, can you recognise the person, that did the crime, and then they point you out sort of thing.
Right.
Yes.
So you would be one of the other people.
Yeah,
not
you
the
wouldn't be the
guilty
actual
one.
criminal, obviously.
Unless you had committed a crime.
Unless
Have
you
you committed a
actually-
crime?
No, certainly not one that I'd admit to on the radio.
Yeah.
Actually, we should establish that now. Have you committed any crimes? Because I don't want you...
Well, I think whether I have or not is, I don't think.
It's up to the police to prove it.
Yeah, no, that's true. Okay, so you would be just in the lineup as one of the people that they're choosing
Right.
from.
And
Yeah.
is that acting, or is it, because isn't that just you walk up and then you sort of stand front ways, then go sideways, and then just stand in a lineup? Is that acting?
Well, there's a bit of a trick to it as well. I started out doing this, Jase, as well.
Yeah.
They don't pay huge money, but it's better than nothing.
Oh, there's no money in this one.
They sort of they get you up there and they choose you because you look a bit shady. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like there's something wrong with you.
Right.
And then your role is to look as innocent as possible, right?
Well, isn't that
It's
what
innocent because if you don't, the stakes couldn't be higher. Can I put it that way?
Well, hang on, actually, that's a good point. So what happens if, like, the witness can't remember properly and they point at me?
Yeah.
Well, no, not yeah. What means? What does that mean? Like, does then someone come out and go, oh, no, that's the wrong person? Or
Well, that's what I say.
You've got to respect what the witness says, and if they do happen to pick you, then so be it. Tough
Yeah.
titties.
what do you mean, so be it? I didn't do the crime.
Well,
if you
the
didn't do
witness disagrees.
Yeah, if the witness feels that you did,
If you didn't do it, then why are you being picked out of a lineup?
Well, hang on, because Jase has put me in the lineup.
Yeah, but it sounds like you've got questions to answer, at the very least.
Yes.
If somebody's picking you out of a lineup. I mean, it's not the sort of thing that just happens out of the blue,
Well,
Keyzie.
it's,
And can I just make the point, too, on this front? You're innocent until proven guilty, by the way.
well,
Keyzie.
hang on, no,
We're not
know
going
what
to
I
think
mean?
less of you for getting done for some kind of... What is the crime? And
Bestiality, wasn't it? But...
well, hang on, I don't. So the first gig is okay, and if I get picked out of the lineup, I have to go through the
you
justice
lose.
system.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I could potentially be heaped with some horrific crime.
Yeah.
So all I would say is a couple of things. Work on your acting, and 2, just try and control those urges. You
Well, hang on,
bastard.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. Queens of the Stone Age there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this, what is it?
Wednesday today,
afternoon.
mate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wednesday
yeah.
afternoon. I've got a very special guest in the studio with, to be honest, kind
Is
of
she that special?
No, we see her all the time, so I wouldn't say she's... I mean, she's a special person. She's lovely enough, but, you know, in terms of someone I've never met before or like a massive superstar.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a superstar, but I wouldn't say like a massive superstar. Of course, I'm talking about Laura McGoldrick. G'day, mate. How's life?
Hey, look, mate, what an introduction. Like, I've had some interest today because I've been put through the car wash here and,
Yes.
and look, it's great, but I'm no introduction like that. So,
That was
Jase,
amazing, wasn't it?
Thank you, man.
I'm kind of lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you are lovely.
Oh, thanks. Just kind of.
Kind
No,
of.
what I was trying to say, Laura, is that you used to always work here, and we see you all the time. We haven't seen
been
you for a
about a
little while.
year.
So I was just saying it's not that big a deal that you're here, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, certainly not over this side of the building anyway. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
what it is.
No, do you want to tell us about why you're here and then I'll complain about some things?
Okay, so I'm here because Keyzie and I now spend more time than we've ever spent together.
Yeah.
Before it was 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
More
it's a
than
wee
that.
bit.
And now
It's weekly.
It's weekly, so that feels like, yeah, it's good. And so we've got a new show coming up called
Yeah.
The ACC Does Game of Two Halves.
Well, it's not
coming out.
you, is it?
Well, this one is. Did the ACC didn't do the last
Oh,
one?
right, okay,
So
makes sense.
so yeah, so we've got the ACC does Game of Two Halves. It's on Thursdays, 8:30, Sky Open and
Yeah.
Sky Sport.
That's free to air, isn't it, Sky Open?
It certainly is.
Yeah.
What channel's that, by the way? Is that like 58 or
4.
50? Oh, 4, okay.
Is it 4? Is it still Channel 4 on the Decoder? Channel 4? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
we'll say that.
4,
We'll
okay,
say it
good.
is.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, in all seriousness, hugely popular show back in the day with
Yeah.
old Reggie.
Yeah.
And what's his
Mark
name?
Ellis.
Mark Ellis. Quite a big ask, really, to sort of take it on again in some ways.
Yeah, no, not something I'm contractually obliged to do it, so I don't
Oh,
really have
right.
a choice in the
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
So you know how it is. You know how those
So they
things
bring
are.
that to you, you don't want to do it, and they say, well, you're doing it? Is that the
Well, I
sort of
still
how
really
the
want to
conver-
work with Keyzie, but now we've
Yeah.
worked together, I'm like, okay,
He's pretty
well,
good.
it's okay. He's pretty good. I mean,
Pretty good.
We have filmed the first episode,
Yeah.
and look, to be honest, the person who probably takes the heat the most would be you, Keyzie. Would
Well,
you
that's
say that's
weird.
fair?
No, that's 100%
Really?
fair. I brought it on myself, though.
It's because of your
Yeah.
haircut.
I had bangs.
You still have bangs.
Yeah, I've got. Turns out this fringe I'm rocking is bangs.
He's got bangs.
Yeah.
So
So,
that was
Keyzie
like
with the bangs.
Well, Keyzie was massively confident about that haircut when he came in
He
the other
shouldn't
day,
have
weren't
been.
you? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You're like, this is exactly what I asked for, and I'm loving it.
Yeah. Yes, I was.
Yeah, what concerns me greatly is that we told you had bangs,
Yeah.
but you've come to work today, so you've had 24, 48 hours to sort of remedy
right.
that.
I back
and
myself.
it still looks like that, which is interesting. It's an interesting move from you.
I think Keizie's hairdo, I think it's great.
Keyzie with the bangs.
Thanks.
There's a lot
Jase.
of people out there that think it looks like the arse end of a poodle, but I reckon it looks awesome.
Have people been saying that, Jase?
Well,
They
some
are
people
now.
are in the office. But so you've filmed the first episode, obviously. And let me just say,
Obviously.
Keyzie,
Obviously.
great talent. Great talent, Keyzie.
No one could notice because of his haircut,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
think
well,
I've
they're
heard
focusing
he's
on the
quite
haircut.
funny.
Do you know what? I wasn't super enthused about watching it to begin with, but now that I know that Keizie's going under the bus for the full 22 minutes, I'm assuming 27 is it?
But
Gee
they had
whiz.
to elongate it because of Keizie's hair, so it was like
Right, yeah.
it was a real problem.
It's a Keyzie's hair special.
And they couldn't fit it in. They couldn't fit the graphics. It was Keyzie with the bangs, so they had to sort of rejig a few things. So we've gone a full 27 minutes now. So that was good.
Yeah, it was going to be like a contestant-based game show, but now it's just me there with my bangs
Yeah.
and
Getting
people just
bagged.
laughing at it.
The
Yeah.
one thing that we were, Jason and I were really hoping, Laura, from the original series from about 15, 20 years ago was, please, God, please bring back charades. Can you tell us whether the charades is in there or not? Because it would be a goddamn shame if I didn't get to sit
Agreed.
down at home
Do you know what-
and watch 45-year-old men playing charades. Tell me
I
it's
am
there.
so glad you've brought this up. Because, yes, it has, and there's some contention over whether it's charades or charades. But Keyzie might be involved in it, and having watched him, and I obviously love The Big Show, a
Yeah,
big fan.
obviously.
And I was concerned about him being called up for it with the wheezing. And by the end of his turn, the poor bloke could barely breathe. So he's got the bangs, he's wheezing all over the show. We almost had to stop filming because he was so out of breath.
Yeah.
And he didn't bring his inhaler.
That's
and
right.
it was really, really concerning.
Laura,
right.
why are you telling about my eczema,
That's what I
Laura?
was going to say.
Well, that also flared up. I saw after the asthma kicked off. I do
I
have
don't
some
like this
cream for
interview.
that.
This is
I do
terrible.
have some cream in my bag if you need it. My kids need it too. Don't worry. Don't
It's
feel
all
bad
good.
about
Don't
it.
worry about
I've
that.
got a spacer for the inhaler as well. I'll bring that next time.
Excellent. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go to
Is that
She
excellent,
Hard.
was it, Jase?
She Hard, and we'll come back and keep chatting.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed. She Hard there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday. afternoon, we've got special guest Laura McGoldrick in the show with us this afternoon, talking about Game of Two Halves, which is starting again on Sky Sport Open thingy. Something?
So two ways you can watch us, Sky Open or
Yes.
Sky Sport.
Yes.
And Sky Open is free to air and it's on 8:30s on Thursdays.
I initially heard it was at 7:30, which concerned me because that sort of limits you in the amount of filth that you can get out there.
That
but
was
it's
the
now,
initial.
Yeah.
So the worry was talking to Matt McPhail, the producer. He
Yes.
was one of his early worries was the ACC
Yes.
is known for sometimes even getting cancelled for some of the stuff they say.
That's true.
And it's on at 7:30. So I think because of that they've bumped it to 8:30.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, good call.
And how did you find the first episode? Was there good chemistry going on there?
No, it's a bit of a train wreck, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes people like watching train wrecks.
They do.
I do.
Yeah, we've got Keyzie with the bangs, obviously, that haircut there, which, again, I mean, you've had some time to fix that now.
Laura, I like my hair. Thank you very much. I still like it.
Can I ask you
He
this
loves it.
seriously,
Interesting.
Laura?
Yes.
I think it's a great hairdo. Do you have an issue with it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I think you paid someone to have them cut your hair like that.
So they cut it and then I sort of just leave it and my natural buffiness just comes out.
Yeah, that's
Your
what I love, the
natural buffiness.
buffiness.
Yeah.
It's like he's just rolled out of bed after making love.
Yeah, but if we could just get back to Game of Two Halves, Laura,
Yes.
one thing I was concerned about was that it is such a beloved show. It's right in the vernacular there. You got Reggie, Mark Ellis, like comedy legends, icons. People are viewing the stuff from back then
Wow.
with
What about the
rose-tinted
host?
glasses. But you know
He's
what I
in
mean?
Bali.
Yeah, he's in Bali. We don't talk about him. But it
Well,
was such a...
actually, Keyzie really likes to talk about
Yeah, I
him.
bring it up a lot,
How
actually.
was the health retreat?
Yeah, it was good. Me, him, and Thane Kirby hung out. It was really nice. But how worried are you about jumping in there and filling in this thing where people like love that era of TV and now we're bringing it back? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a little worried. I'm a little concerned. But I think the thing is that, yes, the premise of it's the same, but everyone's so different and, you know, that might be a good thing. It might not.
Look, Jason and I have talked about this a lot, and our concern is it's going to be too woke.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Look, can I give you guys some advice as an
Please.
experienced actor and so forth? Do the job, get it done, move on. Don't worry about it, man.
Also, don't come back for the second season.
I mean, if it's an absolute
Well-
shitter, which it could be,
What?
the show, just do it, move on, get the check, move on.
Is that what you guys did with Talkback?
Are you getting paid?
We did. I
Except
absolutely
we didn't take
did.
the check.
Yeah, we didn't get the check. But are you quite concerned about that, genuinely?
Oh, look, no.
Yeah,
wouldn't
good.
care, would you?
Don't
You
be.
know what? I am.
No.
Because it's motivated me to make sure we bring a certain level of humour because people are picturing this show from back in the day. It has to be funny.
But back in the day, there's a reason that back in the day is back in the day.
Exactly.
And yeah, so that is interesting. I'm enjoying, there has been some initial concerns written in the comments and someone brought my attention, my
love
brother brought some attention to the fact that this could be of concern. But I think we're so different, except the premise of the game is games are the same. But
Yeah.
And look at
Charades
it this way.
is still there.
charades
Yeah,
is still there. But
yeah,
you've
yeah.
got a problem with charades.
No, I love
Oh, I
it.
love
Who
it
doesn't
too.
love charades?
And the thing is,
Are
Laura,
you good at it?
Laura, you've already got a very highly distinguished career. You know, you're a quality broadcaster.
That's true, actually. I
It's a
hadn't
good way.
thought
It's a
about
good way to butcher it.
It's a stain on your good name.
I'll say to my wife, actually, when I'm watching you, quite often,
Here we
Laura
go.
is an exceptional broadcaster.
And
This
you
was
do.
so much nicer than the intro you gave me. Thank you.
And that's the truth.
And he watches you very closely.
Whereas Keyzie's just starting out in his career.
I've been in media for 13 years.
He's a
Oh my
bit
God, have
more-
you been in media for 13
he's a
years?
bit
I had a
more-
different haircut back then.
He's a bit more nervous about the possible ramifications.
No, what it is,
Do
it's-
you read the comments?
I do
Never
read the
do
comments.
that.
Don't do that.
In fact, we went through the comments yesterday on our show and laughed at them. But I never read the comments. I just feel, what's it called, a responsibility to make sure it is effing funny for people. You know what I mean?
Well, just be yourself, mate.
No, absolutely. But we're making sure we're packing, and Tony Lyles, who's writing a lot of it, and they've done a really good job, and it is genuinely friggin' funny.
Some of it's very funny.
The
A lot of
first
people have
episode.
said to me, because we filmed the first episode and they've done like a loose cut of it, and apparently it was quite funny.
It's quite
Great.
funny.
Quite funny.
Yeah.
I don't want to say more than quite funny, just in case
Yeah.
it wasn't.
But
Yeah,
first
fair
episodes,
enough.
they're always clunky
It's a
and
toughie,
tough.
man.
But
Very
I think
difficult.
It
I always
seems good.
find the first episodes generally tend to be the best, and then they go downhill
Peter out.
from there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a concern.
Because you're all
You get
hyped up and ready to. It's like opening night of a play.
Yeah,
You're
and
like,
then you get the
"Whoa, whoa,"
yips.
and everyone goes, yeah, and then after that, everyone goes, oh, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, we've done the first one. Hoo-hoo.
Hey, very excited to see it.
Yeah,
this
obviously.
Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday.
That's
yeah.
tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. That is correct. 8:30.
8:30 on
Sky
Sky.
Open and Sky Sport.
Yeah, great.
Are
Well,
you wrapping things up?
yeah, I am, man.
Oh, yeah, we'll go ahead.
Are you in a rush?
Oh, look, I've got to go wheeze.
Okay.
Oh, well, sorry.
That's the sixth time.
Don't let me keep you. You should get that looked at if that's the sixth time.
Yeah. No, but Laura McGoldrick, thanks for coming in,
Hey,
mate.
thanks for having me, guys. Thank
Good
you.
on you, mate.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yeah, welcome back, you massive backbones. I tell you what, plenty going on after 6 o'clock, including what's on the TV with Mike Minogue.
Hang on,
and
did you
also,
enjoy the chat with Laura McGoldrick, fellas?
Yeah, she's always... She's great, Laura.
Why are you so weird about her? You don't like her?
No, I think she's a lovely person. I think she's a brilliant broadcaster as well.
Right.
Genuinely.
Okay.
Genuinely. No, she's always a good chat. I was just talking about what was after 6, that's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, true.
I just thought we'd reflect and then move on.
Oh, sure.
But we can't now. It's a bit all over the place now, so we'll just move on. I think.
Yeah, okay. No, that's
good idea.
fine. No, I think Laura's great. Now, listen, also, what's for tea with me? Easy. So text through on 3483 what's on the dinner table. Maybe we should get Pugsan to come in and talk about his Japanese egg recipe.
Yeah, that's right. We should definitely do that. If you want to send through what you're having for dinner, 3483, you could win a $50 night-and-day voucher.
And also, if you want to hear Pugs' egg recipe, we can get him in. What do you reckon, Keyzie?
Yeah, absolutely, Mike.
Yeah, man.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike, and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. The podcast outro that we did today, which is what we record, a sort of a warm-up before we do the show proper.
Do you think we need to explain what it is every night?
Yeah, I think so, because someone might be joining us for the first time. And by the way, you can catch the podcast today on YouTube. It'll be released tomorrow, I
Tomorrow on
believe.
YouTube.
Yes.
It takes Pugsan about 24 hours to sort of put it together and cut it up and stuff.
It was a doozy today, from recollection.
It was a doozy. It was an extra long one, and that'll be out at 7:30 tonight, wherever you get your potties from. Just search Hauraki Big Show. Tonight's clip, here's a little snippet. It's called Menage.
Who would you go for? If it had to be me or Keyzie? I can't believe you thought about that. You thought about that for about 4 seconds.
What were you picturing, mate? What were you picturing?
I actually did, and just went, and then my brain just went off. I did actually picture it for a while. And incidentally, the answer to that question, Mogi, is you.
Oh, thanks,
Really?
mate.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, mate.
Why Mogi and not me?
Oh, I've got my reasons.
It's because of the thing you were saying in the potty about how you don't want an absolute stallion in there, eh? Make you look bad.
Make me look bad, Keyzie.
But that's what you were saying in the podcast, so I'm assuming that's the reason why you'd prefer Mogi was involved with a threesome with you.
Are you saying that Mogi's not a stallion?
Yeah, well, I think what he's saying is that he's a stallion.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
That's the
I
vibe
know.
I'm getting.
Yeah.
And you can sort of tell, you know.
He just raised his eyebrows.
You
at
can
me.
tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm a stallion, all right.
A stallion. A snorting stallion with a
Rutting.
a rutting stallion with a little button mushroom. Actually, I want you, Keyzie.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. A little shiitake there. Hey, what's next? It's old What's for Tea New Zealand with me, Keyzie. Send through what you're having for dinner on 3483. And we'll get into that next. So cool. It's not that funny. Shut up.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
David Bowie there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. But right now it's time for What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue. That's good, man. Keyzie, don't even bother, man.
No, I just think we do it for too long.
That was nice doing it high there, Jase.
Yeah, thank you.
No such.
Your voice didn't crack.
Yeah.
Last night I watched Seinfeld.
So good, man.
And the episodes are really funny at the moment.
Wow.
Really, really good. They've come good. We went through about probably 20 episodes that were garbage.
Do you reckon it was a whole season that was a bit off and then they
It wasn't a
fixed
whole,
things?
it was sort of across a couple of seasons.
Okay.
But very, very, very good. What was last night? I can't remember. Anyway, it was Seinfeld. What did you watch, Jase?
I went back to The Old Man with Jeff Bridges and John Lithgow.
Tell us everything that happened.
I won't tell you everything that happens, but I will say this, because I gave it 4.5 out of 5 buzzies.
Come down?
No, 5 out of 5.
Whoa.
Little subtleties getting revealed all the time, which is really nice, but also what I'm really enjoying about it is it's complicated, but it's not so complicated that you're sitting there going, what the is going on? So it's easier to follow, but you've got to pay attention, obviously. And everyone that's in it's really good.
Right.
The performances are excellent. The story's excellent. The acting is excellent. Disney, check it out. The Old Man.
How good.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Speaking of 5 stars out of 5 buzzies, sorry. Celebrity Treasure Island last night.
Oh, yeah? Is that on every night?
It's on 3 nights a week on TVNZ Plus.
Right.
I think it might be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, sure.
Which is nice because for the next 4 weeks or 5 weeks or whatever it is,
You know
Lucy
what you're
and
watching.
we have a show to watch. It's mindless. You turn it on. We fast forward through the charity challenges because there's no stakes.
Right.
It's just raising money for your charity, which is nice.
Yeah.
But we want to see the drama, the beef.
Do you? That's a good idea. I don't
And-
think that would occur to me.
This year, there's a guy, Tamati Coffee, former breakfast presenter,
Former
politician.
Labour MP, yeah.
Yeah, and he did this thing in the very first challenge, and he cheated, and he
Yeah.
knows he cheated, and he is sticking to his guns that, no, I didn't cheat. And it is cringeworthy watching a guy lie when you've got 20 camera angles of it. Everyone's then doing diary cams going, just admit that you lied, man. And that team is now, their morale is completely rooted because everyone thinks he's a liar and he's
Right.
too proud to admit that he's not that he's lying.
That's the only reason I do a show like that is to just really screw it up.
But-
lie, cheat,
Yes, you'd be great.
deceive, double stab people on the back.
Stab people in the front.
In the front, I'd be horrendous.
Yes, and that would
I
be
wouldn't
great for you.
I'd be able to smoke durries as well, so I'd be in a hoorah of a mood.
But
Yeah.
do you know what? At the end of this episode, there was a situation where they played a steal and stole some stuff, right? You're allowed to do that. And both teams started chirping each other yeah, all right, yeah, we're going to get you, genuinely effed off with each other. And
Really?
I was like, this is really weird.
This is going to be good eating. That
Yeah.
sounds like good eating, though, for a Celebrity Treasure Island.
It is juicy, and you can tell that the people doing it have never watched the show before and don't realise how much of a dick they're going to look like when this is
Yeah.
on TV. It's so good. It's so great. You'd be very entertaining on it, actually, Jase.
Yeah. I wouldn't watch it, though.
No, most people wouldn't if you were on it.
Most people probably would, old hoity J,
Yeah, man.
just to see how I'd cope with no durries.
Yeah, true.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
that could be the way to do it.
Yeah, maybe, actually.
Yeah.
Put me on an island somewhere.
Yep. Sweet disposition, man.
Tune, temperature at.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
ACDC there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon now. Mogi, only 3 more sleeps, mate, to the big fight.
Yeah.
David Nika. Down at the, what's it? I always
The
get it-
Viaduct Event Centre.
Yeah, Viaduct Event Centre. And we want a couple of backbones to join us at our backbone table, don't we, Fields?
So, sure do. Backbone.
Hashtag.
If you've never been to a live boxing fight, or maybe you have, but you've never sat ringside at the tables, which cost thousands of dollars, by the way.
Thousands
Do
and
they?
thousands.
I think it's
Wow,
about
okay.
10,000 or something more to get just a table, and then that has about 8 people on it.
Wow.
But as part of that, you are close to the fight. It's a formal wear area, so you got to put a jacket on and stuff, and you get free 3-course meal, free booze all night, responsibly, of course, dessert, little treats and stuff. It's really great, and you're right up close and personal.
Yeah.
If you and a mate would like to win that, go to your phone and get it out. And
Yeah.
then text the word fight to 3483. You'll get a link to enter. I believe we're going to announce that at the end of this week. So it'll be
Friday.
a pretty quick
How
thing.
good.
Yeah. Worth doing, though. It is
Yeah.
Manuka Doctor presents David Nika v. Tommy Kryptonite Carpensy.
Yeah, that's very exciting, and I'm genuinely looking forward to that. Never been to a live fight before, seeing men smack the living crap out of each other.
No combat sport at all. You've never been to see
Nope.
anything.
No.
It is great. You
Is
get
it
really
confronting?
Nah.
Or do you just go, okay,
You've
this is just too
you've seen it enough, I think. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
what will make it a bit different will be being so close, because I've been to a few charity boxing thingies and seen mates fight. That was a good time.
Yes.
Went to the Israel Adesanya fight against Strickland last year, but that was a little bit further away. Whatever. Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait.
I've been to about 6 fights, and I think 4 of them I was at tables like this because I was working for Sky at the time. and you're sitting below the ring, right? The ring is there, and they're slightly up high. And you might be like 5, maybe 10 meters back on a table. So a lot of it is you're looking up at the big screen, but then directly below it is the fight, and it's great. It's a really good way to watch.
Yeah, looking forward to it. So make sure you get involved in that if you want to join us on the Backbone table. I'd love to see you there.
That's right. Text FIGHT to 3483. You get a link to enter there, or if you want to watch it, it is live on DAZN, which is DAZN.com.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's your Wednesday done and dusted. Mogi, your plans for the night, please?
I'm going to a play tonight, man.
Oh, God, how tedious.
I'm going to a play called Me, My Mother and Susie Cato, starring the magnificent Florence Hartigan. She was in Madam. So I'll let you know how that goes tomorrow.
Yeah, is she the main character in Madam?
Madam. No, that's Toni Collette.
Oh, okay.
The Madam lady.
Okay. Oh, I know.
Rachel.
I know who you're talking about.
Not Toni Collette.
Griffiths. Yeah.
Rachel Griffiths.
Yeah.
I always get them confused, Jase.
Do you?
Rachel Griffiths and Toni Collette, yeah. Australian actors, same age. Pretty.
I thought Rachel Griffith was an American actor, but there you go.
She's Australian.
Yeah, Australian.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now, what are you up to, Keyzie?
Tonight, my wife is on focus groups all night via Zoom.
Focus groups.
Till 10 p.m. she is watching some focus group reactions to some stuff she's doing at work. And so she has to do that in the office for 3 hours. So I'm going to go home. She's already made dinner, apparently. Eat dinner, play PlayStation, have a wee port.
God, that's
I beg your pardon?
Have a port.
Oh,
What do you think I said?
have a wee porn.
Yeah, I'm going to go home and have a wee porn.
Oh.
What are you doing tonight, Jase?
I'm just going to chill out tonight, talk to my wife.
Are you guys on speaking terms now?
Yeah. No, we're going along great guns, thanks, mate.
Oh, that's good.
That's probably it, really. Watch a bit of TV,
Wow,
maybe.
this is great. Okay.
Yeah.
No bullshit about going to the gym or making love.
I've already been to the gym.
Oh, yeah.
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 And I've already made love, so.
Oh, yeah.
I went to the gym today, fellas.
Yeah, good on you,
But
mate.
only to go to the sauna.
Oh, right.
And there was an old fella. There was a guy that went in there completely nude, just with a face cloth to put over his downstairs. But he put his bare ass on the bench. People are weird, man.
But I don't think that's too crazy for a sauna.
It is in the sense of who else is sat on there with their bare ass and balls, and do you want to sit on that? It's it's gross.
Right.
I sit on a towel.
Guarantee if Keyzie was in there in that scenario, he would have gone, here we go, I'm in here.
There'd be no face cloth.
There'd be a bit of a...
Yeah, I'd bang the old man in the
the
sauna.
threesome,
Yeah, man.
The threesome we talked about on the outro today. That you're into, you know what I mean?
I don't know, man. Yeah. I'd bang the old guy with the flannel over his downstairs, Jason's. Yeah.
Hey,
What? Listen to our podcast.
Yeah, make sure you listen to the podcast.
Oh,
also, go and check out the Instagram account because there's a new video out, I believe.
There's a new video out, and have a good night.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, mate.